here. We kind of move to the right and we grab the ladder.
Hello Rattlings and welcome back to my house. Last week we had a bunch of people out here and we moved all the windows that were left over in that space into the house. We have windows upstairs left to do and a couple windows in the basement. After we get those windows in and installed this week, we're gonna start working on our doors. So that's what we're gonna be working on this week after we finish up our windows, and we're gonna jump back into it there. Well, yeah, so we did, some of them were Shayna and I, and then some of them were, most of them were Alex and I. Yeah.
Let's see.
The other pitfalls of the heat gun is that sometimes if it's too warm, it'll like melt through, or like the tar will squeeze out, which like maybe is not so big of a deal, but it is annoying.
Why is it annoying?
Because it gets everywhere. We did put the right end in here, right? Was Veta upside down?
No.
What do you mean?
Was the Veta upside down over there?
I don't remember. This is wood down. But I put the tape on assuming it was top. We had it in the right orientation. But I don't know if that's consistently up.
On the top.
Pick on the top?
Yep. So we have it. We gotta around. Yeah, we gotta pick it up and spin it.
Well, good thing we have an entire army of people.
Yes.
All right, we gotta get the boys.
You just need to flip this whole thing right around, easy peasy, no problem.
It weighs like 5 pounds, so whatever.
Yeah.
5 tons, but yeah. Which is like 5 pounds for us.
Easy for you guys.
Yep, lightweight. Really easy. 1, 2, 3. We good?
Yep. All right, come up.
Excellent.
Nice, let go. Okay, let go fast. Give me the ladder. Here. We kind of move to the right and we grab the ladder. Okay, I got it. Good. I got it with one hand at this point. What are we? We're stabilizing and waiting for Bob to get in to assist. Your hands clear?
Yep, clear.
Okay.
Okay, now make sure the bottom doesn't kick out towards us as well.
Okay, hold on. Wait. That's perfect. You're going to use those shims to push it over, right?
Yep.
Am I interpreting that right?
On the level, like the only place we can see any plywood on the outside is this top corner, under the door.
Okay.
So right now you're just using shims to move it all to the left.
Yeah. So instead of like torquing it in weird ways, I'm basically gonna like tap each shim stack little by little and force the window over. Where'd the mount go?
Well, the top gets pushed out.
No, the top right now is where it needs to be. And I know there's gonna be griping about it, but it is where it needs to be.
What?
The top is where it needs to be. Trust me.
Top is where it needs to be.
So we got all of the windows out of where we were storing them. We brought them all over here into the house. And we got this giant one installed. So that's in. We still got to use the tape and flatten that against the walls and get everything sealed up. But the window is in place. It's shimmed up on the bottom. We have a couple more to put in. But otherwise, it's good. It's staying there. It's secured. And it's installed. We also did our doors. I'm a little annoyed with them because we're supposed to have black hardware on everything. They sent us black handles, so they knew that. But they sent the doors with the silver deadbolt. That's not black. They sent them with silver handles as well, but they knew we wanted black, so they sent the black replacement. I put the black replacement on, but they didn't send me black replacements for this. All the other hardware is silver, which I'm a little annoyed about. The hardware actually in the threshold is silver. I don't know if they make these in black, but it would be cool if they were. And then for some reason, every other window in the whole house has, every other window, whatever it is, has black gaskets. But they put gray and white gaskets on the doors. And these are like kind of nitpicks, but it's not this way on any other thing in the house. Why did you do it here? So, I don't know.
You just want to be an edgelord or something? Like, black only.
You know, it's just kind of like, I don't know. When these are open, you just see like this white ring around it. And I don't know. Why? Why would they do this to us? But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with them. When we ordered these doors, we had assumed, because I don't know, I suppose that was a mistake, but we assumed that because we had ordered black hardware for everything else in the house, that we'd also be getting black hardware with the doors. And that was not the case. So we have to take these doors off, pull the hardware off of them, and get them coated if we want them to be black. So we've been talking, or my wife has reached out to a number of places that will do powder coating. And the problem that she's running into is a lot of them don't really want to do like a small number of small parts. So I'm actually going to be reaching out to gunsmiths in the area because they will Cerakote things as opposed to powder coat stuff, and they're used to working with relatively small parts. Also, Cerakote performs a little bit better in like a wear setting than a powder coat does. So hinges like this that are rubbing on each other, Cerakote would be a little better for, honestly. So. We're not going to hit a minimums with them, and it'll probably give us a better finish. So I'm going to see if we can find somebody to do this for us.
Are these ones for basement?
Yes. Yep.
So what are you guys doing with them right now?
Right now we're getting the straps attached. This is the top, and it uses the regular ones, not shit straps. God damn it. Alex, I left for like, 40 minutes or whatever, and Alex has gone wild. Yeah, it's feral.
It's got a groove on it, so the, God damn it.
Yep.
I forgot it was just the one side.
Okay.
I think we can not put the camera there. Yeah. Your way. Your way. Okay. Yeah, because it's like tighter and tighter up top. So I think the wrap here was just where the window opening is too tight. So we have to take the wrap off of at least one of the sides to get the window to fit in there. So we pulled it out. As we were halfway in, we pulled it out. Now I gotta cut the wrap off and we'll try again.
Scared me for a sec. I was watching it through the camera, so I'm like, ugh.
Yep. Okay, hang on to it. Yeah, I got it. No, that's good though. Now let me get some shims. We'll shim up that right side. And sweet.
Just appreciate the wonderful view.
window right now. Just a nice.
Or anything you want to say about the window installs down here?
Yes. You know, in general, we subscribe to the measure twice and cut 4 times mentality.
Sorry,
But
it's
I'm-
actually measure 4 times and cut 6 times.
Oh yeah, true. But I would recommend before you try to put the window in, actually measure the opening first. It'll save you a little bit of time. That's all. Yeah.
Right.
This table here is the same workspace we've been using downstairs, mostly. We took the one downstairs apart, moved all the pieces up here, and then added a few things. It's pretty minor, but it was actually really important for how we installed the last few large windows up here. These windows are like 250-ish pounds. They're very heavy, and they're made of glass. They're fragile. They're difficult to lift and put in place. How Alex and I did it alone was we built this so that it's a couple inches taller than the sill height. So we brought the table up close. We had this covered in blankets. We scooted the window up on this side, leaned it over onto this bar, and then just pushed it up onto the table, again, which was covered in blankets. Then we did the whole window prep routine, and all we did is we just pushed the window off the table onto the sill and then turned it up. It was way easier than prepping the window in one location, picking it up, setting it into place that way. That works pretty well for windows like this or like this, where they're really a manageable size. But these ones here that were really pushing it, it helped to have a mechanical assist from the table to actually get it in place in a safe way. So this is the big arched window, relatively big, I guess, arched window that we have in the library we're building up on the 2nd floor. Library we're building. And it went in pretty easily. This thing is pretty light despite its size. We noticed when we were installing it, we were having a lot of trouble getting it plumb, and we couldn't figure out why that was until we realized that the whole window is convex, or concave actually. Yeah, the whole window is a little bit concave from this side. So we had a short little level that we were putting on the glass to see if we were plumb, and every time we moved it around, it's like we were getting another reading. So we went and grabbed the bigger level, and we realized the whole window is curved, and curved so much from the top and bottom that we have like a 1/4 inch in the middle. You know, I'm touching on top and I'm touching on bottom, but there's this big gap in the middle. So if you have a shorter level and you put the shorter level on the bottom, it's going to look like the window's tilted out. If you put the level on the top, it looks like the window's tilted in the middle. So having a longer level helped us get this window in and made sure that it's actually plumb. But I don't know. I don't know if this is normal for big glass panes or not, but it was something that we noticed and kind of tripped us up a little bit when we were doing this install. And hopefully that's like a normal thing and it's not a problem. But because other than that, the window's nice and it fits good and it looks cool. So happy with it, assuming that the glass thing is okay.
Come here. Like and subscribe.